Hello everybody, Calamity here. Sorry this video couldn't be out sooner. I literally had no internet for the entirety of Halloween. My ISP just said, hey, you're not gonna have internet today. So finally it's back up and here we are in the new Lunar mode that just reset. And this time around we get some free trial characters. I always don't like when we get characters we get normally for free as trial characters. Like, I don't know why we're getting Barbara here. We've already gotten her for free. So I don't know, it's just weird. Same with Auroron if you were here for some of the Natland events. And I think Yao Yao, you technically got for free from the Lantern Rite Festival. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, here are the characters that I'm going with. I basically have to use almost my entire roster at this point. I do recommend, if you don't have a Nodcry, you know, character, or just borrow someone's like OP character just to fill out that cast. Like I said, I'm literally using almost my entire cast here, and I'm out here borrowing your guys' characters because I don't have any. So thank you, Sammer, for letting me borrow your Anefa. Highly recommend her because we do have to fight the Knuckle Duckle boss fight, and for the Lunar challenges if you're doing those as well. So for those that weren't here for the last reset, the Lunar difficulty is not something you have to do. You're not getting that much crazy rewards from it. I'll showcase the rewards after we're done here, but if you're doing the new difficulty, you have to basically fit in these 2 additional fights at some point during your run. It can be at any point after the first act, I believe. But for those of you that are just doing the regular versions of Imaginarium Theater, here are the bosses you're gonna have to deal with. I do find it hilarious that they don't give you any tips for the Maguu Kenki, like compared to the other ones. You see how here it says like, oh, Dendro characters have an advantage, etc, etc. There's like nothing here, and that's just because this boss is so basic. It's very slow. His attacks are telegraphed to you. You can dodge through them, you can shield through them, you can use your burst animation through them. Like there's so many ways to deal with his attacks. Very slow, very easy. He does move around the arena after a certain point, but it's not too bad. Like, you can deal with it. It's really not awful. And then next we have the battle hardened Primordial Vishap. This one, just bring any Dendro character. Doesn't matter who. Well, I guess it does matter, but you know, like, as long as they can apply Dendro regularly, you're gonna have an easy time because he'll bring up the Hydro Shield. Dendro literally evaporates that shield in just a few hits. So very, very easy to deal with Dendro. Here's the Knuckle Duckle. If you did not do the Spiral Abyss or you haven't played in a while, you need to have Electro Charged or Lunar Charged. Obviously, Lunar Charged having a better advantage here because it does more damage as well. But if you have Electro Charge, it's fine. He's basically going to summon all these little robots that you need to Electro Charge, and when you do, they will go to the boss, it damage its shield and damage the boss itself. And that's like one of the only ways you can take care of that shield is by using its own robots against it. So you can brute force this, I guess, with some C6 characters, but if you're not a whale, it's going to be a really, really big struggle, especially if you're trying to get the Stella. So Electro Charge, highly, highly recommended here for an easy time. And last but not least, the Emperor of Fire and Iron. This boss is pretty straightforward. Just bring Hydro. It doesn't matter who, as long as they can apply Hydro regularly. You'll have an easier time because you'll break his Pyro Shield, he'll get stunned, and then you do your big damage, and that's pretty much the boss fight in a nutshell. Now for the Arcana challenges, let's go ahead and talk about what you got to do here. So it says characters who heal have an advantage, and boy oh boy, are they correct. So for the first Arcana challenge, just like before, you're just going to be fighting waves and waves and waves of enemies. You need to kill 17 to get the Stella for this chamber. You're just going to be fighting the Shadowy Husks. They're pretty, straightforward. Don't bring a shield because they'll absorb it. And then they'll get their own shield, and then it makes the fight last longer, so we don't want that. Stuff like that. But as you can see here, it says all party members will continuously lose small amounts of HP. So it starts off small, and then as time, progresses throughout the challenge, the drain will be even more and more and more. It will actually kill your characters, unlike Farina, right, who also has an HP drain. It'll stop after a certain point for Farina, but for here, it will kill your characters if you don't have a team-wide healer. So highly recommend one. I mean, Kokomi is perfect for this one. If you bring her with an Electro Charged or a Bloom team, congrats. This chamber is free for you. Siegewin is also good. Barbara is also good. Yao Yao if you want to do the bloom stuff. Just don't bring Farina because you're already having a hefty HP drain, and Farina's HP drain on top of that is just gonna... I mean, you're gonna get a lot of them Fantasia stacks if you can keep up the heals, but if you can't, it's gonna be a struggle. So keep that in mind when you're taking on this first challenge. Second one, there's not much to say. It's the perpetual mechanical array. You gotta kill it as fast as you can. I think the Stella time requirement is like 60 seconds or something, and this boss can be super annoying because of the RNG aspect, and then the splitting into different enemies, and then having to chase the one with the aura, and then going back to like it just wastes so much time, and you just got to be super efficient with your rotations and damage. Just kill it really fast, basically, and that's basically what that tip is telling you. Focus fire on a single enemy. So if you can do that, you're chilling, you're having a good time. 2 easy Arcanas for you. And again, don't feel bad if you can't do these challenges. That's okay. Because all you're getting from doing the Arcana challenges is some cosmetic stuff. At least for now, it's cosmetic. I don't know if that changes in the future. And one of the sanctifying elixirs, that's what you use to craft artifacts. But enough of my yapping. Let's go ahead and actually just start the challenge. Now, for the Imaginarium Theater stuff, I only just showcase the bosses now because there's no reason for you to really watch me do the, you know, the in-between battles where I'm just fighting hilichurls, basic enemies, stuff like that. I'll just go ahead and say, though, that, you know, just try to get your character roster. You know, try to have as many characters as you can. And then for the upgrades, you know, whatever characters you're more confident with. So if you brought a lot of electrocharged units, then just invest in electrocharge. And then if you're not going to do aggravate, then just do bloom, and vice versa, stuff like that. So keep that in mind when you're building your roster out and building your power-ups. Alright, what's up? We're going to take on our first boss for the Imaginarium Theater. And again, not really much to say. It's just the Maguu Kenki. Just gotta deal with him. I guess I'm gonna do... I don't want to use Farina, so I guess we're gonna do some weird Bloom Alhaitham team, I guess. Sure, let's go with that.
私のお家にいらっしゃい。怖くない。文庫もらった。Remember, you can always iframe through that little dive plunge thingy he does. You can iframe through his moves. I remember reading a comment that said that y'all think, not y'all, but there was someone that commented on a video saying that this Maguu Kenki is like literally the hardest boss in the game. And I thought that was crazy. Like, yeah, this is an easier version of it because it's only level 90 and not 110. But even if this was the last boss in this theater, it's easy. There you go. We did it with some ghetto team there. There's Mona. Alright, so we're going to take on the Lunar 1 challenge. This is the one where you just have to defeat waves of enemies. Remember to bring a healer. I'm bringing 2, just for good measure here, but especially a team-wide healer that doesn't have to be necessarily on the field to do their healing. Sijuin is a good example of that. Kokomi if you have her. Yao Yao for another example. Stuff like that. And I'm doing just an electrocharge team because, well, electrocharge is great for dealing with, you know, groups of enemies. And we want to make sure I'm saving my Inefa for the Knuckle Duckle because I'm going to need her later. But yeah, this is pretty much the team that we're going to go with. Let's go ahead and begin. Lunar charged out there. Remember, a lot of the reaction buffs are gonna carry here, so that's why even having 2 healers is okay. Because I invested in a lot of electrocharge damage, so we should be fine here. At least I hope. I don't know.
絶縁障壁展開殲滅モード。力を抜いてリラックスするのよ。見せてちょうだい。
雨描きがたし歌よ日となれ。
防衛モード起動。交渉は終わりです。腕の見るところですよ。モードをいただき。じっとしててね。
Go for one. Just go for one.
塵となってくださ
There
い。
we go. We got it. So there's our 17 kills. Again, just healer. You probably don't even need 2 healers. I just brought it just for safety. Again, Kokomi probably does wonders here. Just give her some Electro or Bloom, right? If you want the Bloom route, Electro Charge or Bloom will work here just fine. And that is one Arcana challenge down. Pretty easy. Alright, not much to say here, chat. It's just the Primordial Vishap guy. So, gonna bring my Arlecchino here just to deal with it easily. Again, he's gonna get the the Hydro Shield. Just use any Dendro. I'm bringing 2. That's probably overkill, actually. Let's not bring 2. Let me just bring 1. There. Let's just use Kaching or something. We don't have to bring 2. Save my Collie or something for a later thing. Here we go.
健康よ。世の乱れを切り尽くせ。
Probably should have used Arlecchino's skill first.
私のお家にいらっしゃい。はびこり。
Oops. There we go, right here.
陣営のごとく。
Like that. Pretty easy.
遊びの時間だよ。我が剣よ。影に従え。知識をあなたにも痛く。
よっ。
覚えたわよ。
Oh boy. We got the shield again, but we destroyed it again. So not a big deal. A little scary, but we're fine. And that's pretty much it. At least for that guy. Alright, I figured now the time is any to get rid of the Arcana second challenge, where you have to fight the mechanical array. I'm sure you guys know by now this boss just sucks. It's just RNG on top of RNG, so you're just hoping you get a good cycle. And it might take you 1 retry, 0 retries, or 10. So that's just the nature of this boss. Hopefully you get an early good cycle and you can move on.
直律令15どの目が出るかしら貫こう我らの死せい痛がっちゃいないよよっと有限なる来店直律令15かかれやっ糸よ工作せいどいてやっ権限せいやっとここより登る貫こう
Oh my god.
このより
There's already a bad run, man.
直律令直
痛がっちゃいない捕まえた終わりで
権限
Maybe not, maybe not.
律令
Never mind. I spoke too soon. Oh, there we go. Get me out of here. There's the 2 new Lunar challenges done. Now we just gotta complete the rest of the thing. We're out of here. All right, we got the Knuckle Duckle fight here. So this is where we gotta bring our Electro Charge stuff.
このより殲滅モー
We're gonna start off immediately with the shield.
見切りました稲光すなわち永遠なり
That's why it's so important we just get that Electro Charge going as soon as possible. Look how much damage you do to it just from
Just from destroying the ads, basically.
守るために
見切りました無我の境地やっ
So yeah, just to reiterate again, if you don't have like an Effa or like a Nod Tri character, you can always go to the official forums, you can go to the official Discord, just ask for some help. And I'm sure there's plenty of whales and other players out there that are more than happy to help you.
見切りました
Not much to say about the fight once you destroy the shield. It's just a straight up fight at that point.
無我の境地やっ逃げ道はありませ
But
ん
yeah, you can, even if he does the summoning thing again, just destroy them as fast as you can and GG. There you go, there's that one. Alright everybody, this is the last one. So we're just gonna go out with a bang.
お披露目だ光り輝くがいい痛い
やっ邪悪を狩り撃つ
天道ここにあり
歌え僕の名のもと怖くない
岩山八九
I mean, at this point, it's not really Corinne. It's more just like everybody else, like all the buffs and stuff all at once.
剣女盤石
せーの
天道万象
There you go. I mean, it was last second, but still got it. As long as you have Hydro, like Karina or Yelan, you'll have an easy time. And that's pretty much my data run. Like, yeah, I skipped all the, the filler fights. I'm sure the boss fights are more than good enough. There you go. We'll skip these just so you can see. Voila! It took me 15 minutes, quote unquote. And then we did the 2 Arcanum challenges as well. So we got Judgment and the Sun. I'll just grab a Judgment, I guess. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Go grab our rewards. There we go. There we go. And again, if you can't do the Arcanum, whatever it's called, challenges, don't feel too bad because this is all you're getting. A Sanctifying Elixir and 2 cosmetic cards that don't do anything gameplay-wise. So, it's not a big deal. I just do it just for your entertainment purposes and just to show that it can be done. Without wailing. And yeah, it's just a Sanctifying Elixir. Just use it to craft some artifacts. I don't even use mine. Like, I'm okay just farming artifacts because I don't need like super perfect artifacts for anyone quite yet. If there comes a time when I do, sure. But right now, I'm happy, with how we're doing. I'm still getting by. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Imaginarium Theater. There are no new envisaged echoes this month, so I don't have any guides to do there, unfortunately. But if this was helpful for you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, let me know in the comments. If you have your own tips and advice for your fellow travelers, leave those as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.